This idea cooked up, years ago, that Donald Trump was going to be all commanding and all power, that there was going to be unitary executive power. They cooked up at Heritage Foundation. It's already fallen apart, and it's fallen apart because that's not the way America works. It's never been the way America works. It's never the way America will work. I mean, you have people in Indiana, Republicans, who maybe 6 months ago would have never dared cross Donald Trump, are like, wait a second. Wait, people elected us to represent Indiana, not to represent Donald Trump. Nobody was saying that months ago, and you're seeing that time and time again in Congress. Peggy Nan has a column out this morning in the Wall Street Journal saying the numbers are terrible, and every time you turn on the TV, you see images that damage Donald Trump and even his best issue, and that is, of course, immigration. But because of all of just the savage actions that are taking place by masked men, and as Peggy said, going after a man who's working his second job at a chicken processing plant and doing his best to raise his family, brutalizing him and tearing him from the country, that's not what Trump voters wanted, or certainly that's not what the swing voters that put Donald Trump and Republicans in power wanted. And you're just seeing it. I don't know that I've seen numbers drop this badly for one political party as quickly as they have, but they've fallen off a cliff.
Start with Indiana, what happened last night. You're right, that's a red state, and Republicans, that speech we played at the top of the show was a leading Republican.
The bill uses dated precinct boundaries and carves up precincts with peninsulas as small as football fields. Thousands of voters in my township will need to be manually assigned a ballot, and mistakes will be made. That is not what conservatives stand for. We are a co-equal force of government, or at least we are supposed to be. And as long as I have breath, I will use my voice to resist a federal government that attempts to bully, direct, and control this state or any state.
And the representatives of the actual citizens of that state said, no, we're not actually going to do it that way. And the vote wasn't particularly close. You know, it was embarrassing because afterward, Donald Trump last night was saying, oh, I didn't really pay attention to that. I didn't try very hard. If I had, we would have gotten it through. The White House was putting pressure on him, on that state, on those representatives, and they said, sorry, Mr. President, not this time.